Hi there, and welcome to the Coliseum. I am Aaron, and I did not intend to be making a video today, especially this early. Not early for me. It's like 3:35. For those that watched the channel last night, thank you so much. I want to give a special shout out and a special thanks to Cinema Dave, who came on to help me as I soldier through hours from around like 1:30, 2:30 to like 6 o'clock in the morning. we So it was a big thing. We did the regular video, we did a Patreon video. I want to thank my patrons so much for coming in. Um, if you're watching this video, like, share, subscribe. We are a long ways away, unfortunately, from actually hitting Google AdSense this month. So if you want to help out, it'll be 100% appreciated because we are not there, and that may affect my live videos. Anywho's that? Let us check out the Arrow announcements because we got some really cool stuff to look at here. I think the best place, I hate doing it, but the best place to go for it is my Facebook account because that's how they announce their stuff. I remember when Cult Labs was the place that Arrow would announce their stuff. Anybody remember Cult Labs Forum? Yes, no, maybe. Remember, if you do want to give a super sticker or super chat, then you get yourself a big shout out and one of these. So, but you only become a ghost face cake person by doing that. So let's dive into it. Right away, we have Time Bandits of 4K coming up for Time Bandits. Actually, pretty cool. I have the Steelbook edition of that one, actually. And let's just look into it right now. Let's go to Arrow and see what we can find out about Time Bandits. If there's any new features, anything like that. Sorry, fresh. Okay, out of stock. What do you mean out of stock? It hasn't come out yet. I'm guessing this is an error because it's not out yet. So I doubt very much it's sold out. But they got a brand new 4K edition of Time Bandits. Ton of special features here. I'm not sure if there's any new special features from the old release. If they're hey there, George, welcome, man. Yeah, there's some really good announcements. I'm actually surprised. There's one or two especially. Hey, Justin, welcome. But I'm pretty sure these are the features that had on my like Blu-ray. But it's a new scan for Time Bandits, so that's going to be good. Now we get another volume of the Forgotten, the film noir collection. I love the film noir stuff. What's really good about this is we have things here like Ride the Pink Horse, which by the way it is a that was a Criterion title. So to buy this one on its own is Criterion price, by the way, which is by the way around 30 to 40 pounds if you're in the UK, or around 50 in Canada. Let me get this here so I don't miss any of your messages. And we'll talk about the Vinegar Syndrome announcements after this, but because I know some of you guys want to chat about that because you weren't here for the Patreon video. But I'm opening up so I can see any messages while we're doing this. Last House Left remake when it first came out on DVD. Hello there, Robert. So this one's really, really good. We got Calcutta from 1946 here with Alan Ladd and Gail Russo in Ride the Pink Horse, which is an amazing film from Robert Montgomery, who was definitely known for film noir. We got Outside the Law in 1956 with Ray Danton, and The Female Animal with Hedy Lamarr and George Nader. So you really cannot go wrong with those releases. That's some excellent noir stuff. We're not looking at like kind of iffy noir. We're looking at really good noir here. We got like commentaries here from Nick Pinkerton, Josh Nelson, Richard Harlan Smith, Dave Duvall's got a commentary, brand new video essay here on Calcutta from John Tolson. Video essays on Ride Pink Horses and The Female Animal from Alexander Heller Nicholas. We got a brand new visual essay from Ken Ellinger. Radio play of Ride the Pink Horses. That's pretty cool stuff. I'm guessing the reason they're saying sold out is because it's brand new and they haven't really updated it yet. So next up we have one that I'm not as familiar with, and that is, of course, Unman Wittering and Zigo. I'm not going to lie and pretend that I remember this film at all. I don't. David Hemmings, which I love David Hemmings, man. Shot by Jeffrey Unsworth from 2001. That's actually pretty cool. Directed by John Mackenzie, who did Long Good Friday, another fantastic film. How do I not know this film? But I don't think I do. Not many of these people are going to lie to you and say that, oh, yes, I totally remember this film. I remember nothing about this film. If you're curious about terror. Yeah. Nope. Aaron does not know. We got New Fist of Fury here. This is, of course, Jackie Chan. And don't worry about the sold out thing. They're not sold out. It's just that it just came up on the site. So that's kind of a glitch thing that happens sometimes when you put up new titles. Now, this is back when they were doing kind of like making Jackie Chan, trying to make him like a Bruce Lee type character before he did his own stuff. House of Wooden Clogs, Criterion, nice. Now, we got some interesting things here. Newly translated optional English subtitles, a new feature commentary on the theatrical cut. So there's more than one cut of the film in here. We got the Mandarin cut, we got the theatrical cut. Mandarin, Cantonese, mono audio. New Fists of Fury Part 2, Fist, a new video essay by Bentley comparing New Fists of Fury to the rival sequel made simultaneously, Fists of Fury Part 2. That should be super interesting, actually. See, a featurette like that. That's the reason I buy this stuff. This is 100% the reason I bought it. So this is definitely a buy for me down the road. If I don't buy it right, I can't buy it right away, but it's definitely a buy for me down the road. We're getting a 4K limited edition of Weird Science, which it makes me kind of glad that I didn't pick up Weird Science before. Jellyfish. I don't even remember that one, man. But I like the title. I love this movie when I was a kid, actually. Anga Bongo's theme song. The movie. I even used to watch the TV series. It wasn't as good. Not even close. We got the edited for TV version as well. Oh, nice. So it's basically theatrical version, an extended version featuring 2 additional scenes, and an edited for TV version. This is good stuff. And one of the ones I'm most excited about, I'm not going to lie, is this one right here. So we're getting a 4K limited edition Ultra UHD for Last House on the Left, the remake of Last House on the Left. And as far as the remake stuff goes, this is actually not bad. It's one of the better, and it does kind of go into more slightly cheesier territories when it comes to this type of stuff. So we got a theatrical and unrated version of it on here. Are they both in 4K? No, the unrated's in Blu-ray. The theatrical's in 4K. I wonder why they did that, actually. You think the unrated would be in 4K as well. But it's got, we got Sarah Paxton in this one. I really enjoyed this one. Such a cheesy ending for the film. If you remember the way this movie ended. A bunch of brand new interviews here, too. We got Sarah Paxton, Garrett Dillahunt, screenwriter Carl Ellsworth, producer Jonathan Craven, all brand new interviews for them. We got some some archival commentaries, featurettes as well. Got a brand new commentary by David Flynn and Adrian Smith. Microwave, yeah, not something that can happen, but okay. That's a thing, right? And I love the fact that we got all the featurettes on the 4K. Like normally you'll see the features come on the Blu-ray, and there's been nothing on 4K except commentary or maybe a talking head featurette most of the time. But Arrow's been good at putting like features on the 4K. So if you want to pick this up and you want to get the want to watch it in 4K, then you're going to get all the features on there. It's so cool. I mean, like the microwave sequence, it doesn't get much better, like stupider than that. Like, and I mean that in the highest possible way. For those that just came in here, we're looking at the Arrow video announcements. We're going to be looking at the announcements also from Vinegar Syndrome that were announced last night. So here we got all the titles for August, and we got New Fists of Fury, which is going to be an American Canadian release. We got the Time Bandits 4K, which is a British release. A UK, American, and Canadian release for The Last House on the Left 4K. Same thing for the Blu-ray. American, Canadian, and UK release for Weird Science, and American and Canadian release for Unman Wittering and Zigo, and a UK release only for the 4 Film Noir Classics Volume 3. So there's some really cool releases. There's some nice stuff. And with that, all that being said, I mean, there are films there that I want. I say the top ones for me are New Fists of Fury and probably Last House on the Left. I do like the 4 Film Noir Classics Volume 3, though. That's a really good one. Let's see what came out for Vinegar Syndrome yesterday. So if you watched my channel yesterday, my pre-show video, I want to thank you for that. We worked really, really hard on that. I had Dave in, and then we went on to Patreon, and we had a bunch of patrons come in. Again, thank you so much for my patrons, or I wouldn't be able to do this video today. I really, really wouldn't. But we got a bunch of new releases here. Let's go over them really quickly. I'll give you my exactly makes sense for Time Bandits for UK because Criterion is doing it here in the US. That is so true. I'll go through them all, but let's go through the ones that weren't announced before, the ones that we didn't know. So let's start off with Undefeatable. It's a Cynthia Rothrock film. Actually, it's a decent Cynthia Rothrock film too. So I actually kind of dug this one, and it is by Godfrey Ho. So you know what you're getting into a bit because it's Godfrey Ho. It is very much a Godfrey Ho film. Hey, Joker, welcome, man. So for those that know who Godfrey Ho is, Godfrey Ho was a guy that directed, produced a bunch of films. And what he would normally do was he would take footage from previously done films and he would put in sequences from that he would make himself. So he made so many ninja movies in the 80s where, there may not have been ninjas and stuff like that. Anyway, so Godfrey Ho is kind of an infamous name when it comes to schlocky, Asian or Asian-centric cinema. So Undefeatable is one that he did with Cynthia Rothrock. And just like his other stuff, in true Godfrey Ho fashion, as it says here, the film is re-edited into an almost new movie featuring fight scenes and released under the title Bloody Mary Killer. Because, of course he did. Of course he did, because it's Godfrey Ho. But it's a 4K release. We got brand new commentary track here from Cynthia Rothrock, a brand new commentary track from Brandon Bentley. It's a cartoon with people. Yeah, that's true. Interview with cinematographer Phil Cook. We got an interview with Godfrey Ho here as well. Interview with actor Don Neum. Brand new interview with assistant director Donna Jason. A video essay with Sam Deegan and Charles Perks. That's going to be good. A video essay comparing the two versions of the film, Undefeatable versus the Bloody Mary Killer. And in this one here, you get them both. You don't just get Undefeatable, which is, I'm going to say, the superior version. That's great. But you also get the wildly different Bloody Mary Killer version in Cantonese and Mandarin with newly translated English subtitles. Gotta love that. That's actually pretty cool. 12-page booklet here. Extremely cool release. Really big on this one. It's a 4K. But you gotta love it. Next up is one that I was very excited to hear, and that is Night Scream. So for those that don't know it, then as a fan still got to that, it does have a lot. I'm a big slasher movie fan, and Vinegar Syndrome has, aside from the homegrown horrors, I haven't been really doing a lot of slasher stuff recently. It's Godfrey Ho. So I want you to take that into gleaming. I like it, but again, much like Sworn to Justice, it's not going to hit everybody the same way they did me. But I thought Undefeatable was good, actually. My dad, if you're here, my man, my dad was going to come in. He's going to be watching this video. Do you remember Undefeatable? Because if you're here, speak up in the chat section. My dad knows all the Cynthia Rothrock stuff. So we got Night Screams here, slasher film, actually a fun one. Definitely a step above Evil Laugh. I'll say that right now. VR. Sorry guys. I'm a big like Sentai Takatsuba. So we have and it's a great plot too, like high school football star David has just won a 4-year scholarship to the University of Oklahoma, and with his parents away for the night, is planning to mark the occasion with a party for his buddies and girlfriend. As evening festivities get underway at a local nightclub, 2 violent fugitives take refuge in the basement of David's home. When the action moves over to David's place, it quickly becomes clear that someone is intent on spoiling the celebration, as one by one the revelers get picked off and butchered in various gruesome ways. But are the stowaway crooks responsible for the carnage, or is it the work of someone even more unhinged? Come on, tell me that's not a good plot, guys. Tell me that's not a good plot. Again, it's another 4K release, a 4K slasher. I gotta love that. I'll go back to the stuff we already knew before, but I'm just going through the stuff we didn't know first. And we come to this one here, the first VSL Labs box set. It is the, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time for my absolutely 100% going to butcher the name because I'm North American and we butcher names a lot. Petro Zolkin's Apocalypse Tetralogy. You guys can let me know how close I got. And this is interesting. So I suspect it would be a quadrology because, it's 4-film set, but they went with tetralogy. So there we go. Late 70s, early to mid 80s, Poland was an incredible time of censorship. And actually a time of phenomenal output from Polish filmmakers. Petro Zolkin was a visionary pioneer in the dystopian sci-fi genre. Presented here are 4 films that comprise Zolkin's Apocalypse Tetralogy, originally released between 1980 and 1986, arguably the busiest period for the scissors of Polish censorship. Cleverly working around content restrictions, Zolkin delivers tense, disturbing sci-fi, telling fantastical tales and often horrific allegories of living in a corrupt bureaucracy and police state and getting around the censors. Hey there, Sarah. Welcome. So we have first off from 1979, I guess it was released in 1980, is Gollum. Pernat finds himself in a police interrogation accused of a murder and unable to recall any details of the crime or even his own life. He's released back to the world of raving lunatics and deranged dentists, murderous doctors, and scientists who believe the secret of human creation is inside the walls of a cast iron oven. Pernat's odyssey to find out who he is and what it is to be human will force his path to cross with all of them. Sounds really good right there. Good morning. We got the War of the Worlds next century. The Martians have landed and they are not to be feared, or at least that's what TV personality Aaron Edom has been telling people. Soon after their arrival, though, his apartment is ransacked and his wife is kidnapped. He's tagged like a wild animal and his nightly scripts are being changed. What Edom's eyes are seeing no longer matches what he's been telling his audience night after night. Are the Martians as good-natured as he believed? Or is he being used in a more sinister plot that endangers the entire planet? We followed it up with Obi Oba, The End of Civilization. The world's been ravaged by nuclear war. The planet is frozen. Radiation kills anyone or anything that ventures outside the dome. Soft is a shepherd for the last remnants of humanity who have garnered together as they await rescue from a mysterious craft known only as the Ark. He wanders among the masses performing his regular daily tasks. I actually wrote a comic book with a similar plot. Keeping morale from plummeting, wooing prostitutes, squashing rebellions, sometimes feeding the hungry. But as the true and sinister nature of the dome comes to light, Soft must ask himself if humanity is worth saving. Great plot lines here for these films. We finish off with Gaga, Glory to the Heroes from 1985, and a scope is a prisoner on a behemoth space station and is chosen, like all his fellow prisoners, to quote-unquote volunteer for the exploration of faraway planets. Landing on planet Australia 458, he's given a hero's welcome with all the sex, booze, and violence that any one man can stomach. But as new caretakers push him towards even more heinous and deplorable acts, Scope finds that his freedom comes with a high price. His own violent demise, broadcast live for the viewing pleasure of Australia 458's inhabitants. Is there a way out, or is Scope's fate sealed? These all sound like top tier, intriguing plots that I definitely want to check out. We got commentary tracks from Sam Deegan, Michael Brook. Here we got a video essay from Jonathan Owen, another video essay from Andrew Neat, 40-page perfect bound book here as well with Sam Deegan and Patrick Dow doing like stuff, plus an archival interview with the director as well. So there's like a ton of stuff in that release. The other ones that were the VSAs that we didn't know. First one is Ninja in the Claws of the CIA, which is a 1981 martial arts film. That we do get a commentary on this one, an introduction by the filmmaker, the redirector of New York Ninja. Okay, hold on a second. And the Wonder of Vandy Action Projects. So it's another one of the Vandy Action Projects. Okay. Written, directed, and starring John Liu from New York Ninja. Okay. I did not see this last time when I was doing this, by the way. I got New York Ninja. It's actually a cool title. I wonder if they had to get like, this isn't one they had to get like people to redo the, no, actually, it looks like we actually have nobody had to redo the dubbing. But yeah, this one came like, this one I was initially not as interested in, but I can tell you right now, like it just gained a ton more interest for me, that knowing that it's from the New York Ninja. What the hell kind of poster is that? And actually, a big shock for me and a big surprise. VSA is doing what I thought VSAs were supposed to be. And that is movies that you would have seen in a video store back in the day. If you are of my age or a similar age, then you went to your local like shop to rent movies. Boggy Creek 2 was always there. It was always one of those like stalwarts that you would find on the shelf, along with your Friday the 13th and your Town the Dreaded Sundowns and your Terror Trains. Boggy Creek 2 would always be a VHS copy that would be like lingering in the back part of your video stores in the horror section. So this is a part of the whole like Bigfoot, series of movies that were being done at the time. Like there were a lot of really big Bigfoot movies, pardon the pun. And this is done by Charles B. Pierce, the guy that did Town of Dread Sundown, one of my favorite little like lesser known films, The Evictors. I really like that film actually. But Boggy Creek, a lot of fun. Like not a lot on this one. We got a brand new commentary with cryptozoology author David Coleman. So that'd be interesting to check out. I'm actually surprised there's not more stuff here for Boggy Creek, because it is definitely one of the bigger films, I would say, of this type. And it 100% is exactly what you would expect from this type of stuff. Now, with that being said, let's look at those slipcovers. So first off, we get Hell Comes to Frogtown. It's a brand new like variant slip for Hell Comes to Frogtown. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a fan. It's I love Hell Comes to Frogtown. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of Hell Comes to Frogtown. I'm not a huge fan of the slipcover. Like it doesn't hit it for me, and that's just me. Like everybody's different. I like the fact that the experimental artwork that they're using, but I love Mutant War though. I do like this one a lot. I really like this one. I find that it works for this movie, but it doesn't work as much for Hell Comes to Frogtown. I do like give credit and big shout out to Vinegar Syndrome, by the way, for using like experimental and different artwork for their titles. I actually really like that. So it looks like we finally got a slipcover for the movie Buddies. This is again, it's a great movie. It's depressing as hell. It was done back in 1985, and for people that remember growing up in the 80s, this is done during the time of the AIDS crisis. So, and it is about that. So know that going in, it is a great film, but it's a dark film. And it was Bresson's final film, because this isn't just about the AIDS crisis. The guy that did that movie like ended up dying of AIDS too. That's how big it was back in there. We got the Fanny Hall, the Phantom Gunslinger one. I do actually dig this art. That is That is like totally up my alley right there. That is cheesy fun. I love this slipcover right here, and I don't have this title either. So we got to and sold out last night, and you knew it was going to sell out. Was this one right here, the New York Ninja replica throwing star? So I did not get this. I'm so sad I didn't. Uh, it's not an actual throwing star, of course, not throwing star. um, but it was a bit pricey. I did the Arrow announcements actually just before. What kind of blows my mind is this is a gorgeous rainbow apocalypse like screen print that they did. Hey there, Rafe, welcome, man. How is this not a T-shirt? Like what that? Look at this here. Who would not want this as a T-shirt? I would want this as a T-shirt. How is this not one of the T-shirts? They never do. I mean, it's like we got this a rat apocalypse like shirt right here, which is fantastic. I like that. But how is this not a T-shirt, guys? Does anybody else agree with me that this should have been a T-shirt? Analog retro analog one is gorgeous. Reminds me of my opening for my channel actually. So let's dive back into like the newer stuff. So we got Showgirls. Let's see how yeah, over 1,000, but they did a lot of those. So we're gonna screams. The Blade in the Dark is here. This is again, it's a great one, like cover wise. Like I like this movie. Some people don't. Now here's a neat little thing. See this here? Yeah, those are the ones I can't talk about on here. Right. That's what the Patreon's for, right? So right here you can see. So this is how the box opens. It opens like this right here. Who doesn't love this? This is awesome, right? Um, so very unique box, letter box there. I'm a big fan of that. I actually like this film. I do already have all the colors of Jello, but it's nice to have it on another disc. A video essay by Sam Deegan. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. I know some people like ragged on this release, and I don't get it. I mean, like, is it like the best Giallo ever made? Like, no, it's not the best Giallo ever made, but it's a good Giallo. It's fun. It's Umberto Bava. It's got this is the 4K restoration of the film. We got different cuts of the movie here, theatrical version. We got the uncut edition of it here as well. Um, we got like we got two commentary tracks, one from Mysteria Continues, one from Kat Ellinger. Interviews with Giordano Sacchi, video essay with Sam Deegan here. If you don't have all the colors of Giallo, for instance, it's a great documentary. So I can't see people like getting too upset with that one. We got the Boogeyman here with Uli Lomo. I really want part two. I want part two to come out, not Return the Boogeyman. Like screw that film, like the one that's just a clip thing. But Boogeyman 2, the real Boogeyman 2, the Uli Lomo did, and he actually acts in. So we got Susanna Love, brand new interview with her, brand new interview with David Sperling, brand new commentary check with Kat Ellinger. Like I have like the Boogeyman from the Slasher Classics collection, but this is definitely a serious upgrade. Like not just an upgrade, a serious upgrade. Last but definitely not least is Village of the Damned, Three Horrors from Spain, another great box set, and an inexpensive box set for what it is. This looks a bit more expensive than it was last night, though. It's U.S. prices. Okay, I'm sure this was in the 30s range last night, unless they made a mistake with it. The new book, well, the Stephen King one. Well, yeah, based on the shorts. The short story was horrifying me as a kid. I used to have nightmares. So hoping it's going to be kind of like that. And this is a good one. We got Force of the Wolf here. The Sky is Falling, and Beatriz. Now, Force of the Wolf is which one of these here? One of these here. Yep. The Sky is Falling has Dennis Hopper. So we got a younger Dennis Hopper in this one, and directed by Canadian-born British filmmaker. But yeah, Carol Baker's in this one. Dennis Hopper. So you're getting some quality stuff here for the price. I could sworn that was like in the $30 range last night. It says from 32.99. Okay, well, let me just check something here. Okay, there's a standard edition for 32.99. There's a limited slipcase edition. Looks like people are buying the standard edition. Yeah, so there's two versions of it. It got me confused there. Claiming. As you can see right here, limited edition slipcase, over 1,000 left, 42.99. Standard edition, without the slipcase, 32.99. So depending on which one you want to get, you don't want those bells and whistles. Then you're good with the other one. Well, it's a lot of great releases here from Vinegar Syndrome. And we'll do a quick look at Makeflix as well, because they're having a sale right now too, and I don't want to leave anybody out. So this is Makeflix. They're having a pretty sale, and it's a fairly cheap sale. Memorial Day weekend sale is what they're doing. Now you got to like the more the regional, lower budget horror stuff here. I do. So we got some stuff, really low stuff, even stuff like kind of like the send out with the without the case actually, with the discard and the DVD. And you just buy a case, put it in. Not all of them. That's just some of them at like a really low price. We got some like Blu-ray stuff here. We got Angel Eyes with Monique Gabriel and Erica Estrada. I actually like this one, Gary Graver. It's a classic one. I do dig this one. It's $14.99 now, which is a good price for the Blu-ray of that one. The Axe Grinder films. I have not seen one of the David Sterling Axe Grinder films. I would like to see some of these. They look like really cheap, like Z grade budget slasher flicks, which is 1,000,000% up my alley. So I'm going to guess it's going to be kind of similar to like you did with the Camp Blood series. But look at these covers, man. Look at this cover. Cover's fantastic. We got J.R. Bookwater's book, which I actually do want to pick up one of these days. B Movies and Nines and Behind. J.R. Bookwater was a guy. You did like The Dead Next Door. I know that's different. I see standard. I'm glad that they have that though. Bad Movie Police is here for $2. So these like are basically what they do is they'll take a movie and they'll have an introduction by the Bad Movie Police. So feature commentary with producer Jared Bookwater and star James Black. Behind scenes featurette, Into the Black segment, Jessica Mills reporting. Well, there's a lot of standard slasher movies to pick up. There was one there on the Vinegar Syndrome sale too. The Night Screams. It got Bikini Frankenstein and Twilight Vamps. Gotta love that. Bloodletting's there for $14.99. You can buy like Bloodletting, the special edition DVD, for only like $2. So you can't go wrong with that. It's $2, right? Chick Boxer is here for $9.99. Carnage for the Destroyers here. Camp Blood, Revelations in Part 8 is $14.99. The Cult Classic Cinema Caliber box set is down to $87.99. That's one of the Sterling sets. So what's on this one here? So we got Aquanoids, The Attendant, Butchered, The Coven, Demonoids, Maniacal, The Mark of Dracula. Now expect, definitely kind of lower budgeted like titles, but it's what you it's what you like about these films. It's the whole love of this stuff. You don't expect it like great acting or high budgets. You expect to have like fun with low budget stuff. And I do have fun with the low budget stuff. Like if that's not your jam, it's not gonna be your jam. I'm not gonna change your mind on that. But if it is, like it's nice to get like sets with a whole bunch of them there. Got them Rotting actually. It's one of the better ones. I actually like that film. Don't look in the cellar. Whatever you do, guys, don't look in the cellar. Thank you, George. I really appreciate that. But I hope you got some good rest. We got the Filthy McNasty quadrology here. Don't really know much about that. Not gonna lie. Haunting Fear. I remember seeing that one though. Human Eyes from Atlantis there. Invasion of the Empire of the Apes. I just love that cover. Killer Nerd Duology is here as well. That was one of their big titles, like during the last sale. Like, there's some decent titles here, guys. Like, Like, there's definitely like on the lower budget regional horror stuff. It's a Cat People Paul Schrader version on 4K. Um, I'm not sure if Scream Factory put them out on 4K. Like Scream put them out initially, because I've got the old Scream Factory edition. If it's not, and if you have the rights to it, it'll definitely go out in 4K. But if they don't, then fun with low budget stuff. If the prices are good, yeah, that's the thing, right? Are these good movies? These are low budget regional horror, so you got to know, like Keg, if you go in, if you like that type of stuff, you're not going to expect the best acting. You're not going to expect the best like budgets or like stuff like that. But you got to go in like knowing if you like the lower budgeted stuff. If you heard the name Tina Kraus before, for instance, um, if you know who David Sterling is, if you've ever seen Camp Blood film, then you're going to know exactly the type of stuff that's here. We got like documentaries too. Reflections on the Living Dead is here. Revenge of the First Wives. Like $4.99. I'm sorry, like it's a Blu-ray. No, $9.99. I guess it's $4.99 if you want to buy the DVD. So $4.99 for the $9.99 for the Blu-ray, $4.99 for the DVD. Just that, like, yeah, I love that title. That's a great title. We got Robot Ninja here, like different versions of that. We got a comic book from Robot Ninja. Shock Cinema. I really like this back then. Screaming High Heels is a good documentary. I actually have this because I have this was initially on an 88 Films release, but I think the 88 Films release might be able to print. I'm sure I got this in 88 Films. I could be wrong, but I thought this was on graduation day. There's all new 2020 Zoom reunion special. That's worth having it for alone. Yes, hell yeah. 2 vintage flashback weekend of horror Q&A sessions. This is $9.99. This is a great price, and if you like documentaries, I really did like Screaming Aiel. So, Shock Cinema with Brink Stevens. I really enjoyed this as well. I love this new cover too. It's fantastic. It's $9.99 for the Blu-ray. You can get like the DVD for $9.99 as well. But at that price, get the Blu-ray special edition 2007 one, or you can just get the disc and artwork, the disc with artwork with no disc, with no the movie and artwork with no disc, and buy the disc yourself down the road for like $2. One thing you got to say, MakeFlix really gives you the options when it comes to like keep making sure your pocketbook stays. Scalps is there as well. That's of course is one of Fred Allen Ray's films. Skinned Alive. I actually have this on the old DVD. This one I gotta watch this one sometime. It's been like years since I've seen it. Got Something to Scream About. Another Brink Stevens one. This is the SOV 6-pack is here. The soundtrack of it. Dude, the 6-pack. I wish I would have picked up that back in the day. My better half wanted me to pick it up, and I didn't do it at the time, and I really regret not doing it now. But as you can see, there's tons of even some older stuff like Terror in the Crypt, Slaughter of the Vampires. My dad was here. You could definitely give like a shout out for this one because it's like $4.99, and I'm not sure what the quality is going to be like, but actually it looks like decent quality from there. Not like it's not like 4K, but it's just good quality. Star of the Vampire is a good film. Dad, why can't you be here today, man? We need you for this. For $31.99, you can get the Camp Blood collection. You can get it at $87.99, get like the big box set, and would have like all the films in their own separate discs and like a 10-disc box set, like 10 Blu-rays. Or you can buy the cheaper version of it. And I'm going to guess that it's on, yes, 2 Blu-rays. So for me, I would wait and get the bigger version because you're going to 10 or 11 movies on one, 11 movies on one. I'd worry about compression issues right there. Now, maybe you won't. Maybe because they are like lower budgeted films, maybe it's easier to get them all on there. But I'd still worry about compression issues for 11 films on 2 Blu-rays. It is. I mean, like very cool stuff. Night Screams, super cool. Undefeatable with the other version of the film. Brian is like another great one. Like I had the VSAs. Like I like them both, but I'm a big, I'm a Charles B. Pierce like guy. So Boggy Creek 2, which I think nobody's going to be excited about, but me, Brian, was something I got excited about. We're looking at the Make Fix sale right here too, as well, because they've got a sale going on right now. Classic stuff like Mr. Wong. Used to love these. Bill Lugosi and Living Ghost. Oh. So there's a whole bunch of these like box sets from Sterling Entertainment. Depending on the set, it's going to be a different price. A lot of these that I have not seen, and not only that, but they have some of the books here on sale as well. And I'll show you that. It came from Hollywood, like for $19.99, with $20, but like series of books that I've been very curious about these. Extremely curious about these. I don't know a lot about them, but they've intrigued me a bit. Salute to Slashers is book 2. That's one that I would be interested in. Slasher Era with 8 exclusive interviews with the people who made these films and a couple of 21st century purveyors who kept the spirit alive. So we got Bud Cooper, we got Lynn Griffin. Lynn Griffin interviews that's one I want to read. Richard Johnson, Catherine Kami, David Howard Thornton, Mitch Wilson. I wonder how big are these books? Anybody have any of these books? I'm kind of wondering like what the page count is on these books here. Godfrey Mutilator, Splatter University, Final Exam, Sleepaway Camp, Black Christmas, Halloween, Knucklebones, Terrifier. Great stuff. I hope we do actually. I've seen Boggy Creek 2 way more than I've seen Boggy Creek, Brian. Yeah, these books intrigue me. I got to know more about them though. Especially I think Al Amson, The Last Interview. Are they like big books? Are they 40-page books? What do we got here? Like, what's the page count on these here books? I'd like to know. Make Flicks, if you're out there, let me know. Because these are really intriguing. Make Flicks does like autograph stuff as well, which I always check out when I'm here. Like some Jared Bookwater stuff autographed. And Bookwater's like been a pretty cool dude. He was on Heath's channel, like Serial Midnight. And did definitely a really good conversation on there. This one here, Deep Red, based on a story by Edward J. Wood Jr. That's kind of cool. But there's so much goodness out right now from the new announcements. I think for the Arrow announcements, for me, the biggest one is I'm not sure if it's going to be the film noir set or getting some of the other stuff. Now, there is a UHD sale going on right now. Like they have a Blu-ray sale with certain Blu-rays here that are 3 for 20, I think. Buy three and receive the lowest price one free. So if you want to go to Arrow, they got some really good titles here. I give recommendations, stuff like Grand Duel I recommend, Horror Express I definitely recommend. We wouldn't recommend Phantasm, but if you get the set. Waterworld is there. We got Old Boy, Trapped Alive is here. Big Clock, a fantastic little title. What's in my basket here? I don't know. Let's find out. Shadowscope Volume 2 is in my basket. Although I'm pretty sure I had that taken out because I was going to put something else in there, but they put it back in. So Old Boy's here. Yeah, the special edition 2-disc Blu-ray set. Didn't like the remake though. Understandable. Like it's been definitely a polarizing one. There's the Weird Science, like the regular edition, if you're not going to get the 4K one. 16 Candles. American Wear from London. Like, just think about it. You could go by like Her Name is Julia Ross. You could go by 16 Candles or Weird Science and get like American Wear from London for free. May looks like a great set. Like Second Sight's been putting a lot of good stuff lately, guys. Like a ton of good stuff. The Arrow Spotlight, saving Argento until the 30th. So if you want to get any of the Argento 4Ks or Blu-rays, now is the time to pick them up because this sale ends in 2 days. And it does have the limited edition, deep red, 4K Ultra HD. Here, like we got the standard editions. See these here, all these here, standard editions, $20, 20 pounds. Limited editions also 20. Let's make sure it's not sold out. No, it's still here, and it comes with a poster, comes with the art cards. You get the 4K. You're gonna get the Blu-ray. You're gonna get all kinds of goodies here. I like 16 candles. I understand why people don't like 16 candles now, but in the day, I will tell you, 16 candles is a big film cake. The 2 for 40 pounds UHCs are here as well. So there's a ton of stuff you can get with this. You got Videodrome, Fear and Loathing Las Vegas is a favorite of mine. Not a big fan of Donnie Darko, but it's there. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer in 4K is here. We got True Romance, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, RoboCop. Yeah, that's the thing. It looks incredible already. So it's going to be amazing to see what they do with the 4K. Can the 4K look that much better? Got the Dune here, the edition of that one. 4K Ultimate Battle Royale edition. That one's sold out. Sorry about that. Turning the corner. But the thing is, you buy two for 40 pounds. Our friends again, 30th of June for this one right here. So there has been a ton of releases that's been coming out in the last little while. And for those that didn't see them when I came on here, we got Undefeatable, Night Screams, Blade in the Dark, Boogeyman, Village of the Damned, Apocalypse Tetralogy, Ninja in the Clouds of the CIA, and Boggy Creek 2. And I'm going to be honest, for the first time in a long time, I really dig pretty much all, and Chokers, of course, all the movies that they announced. Since we're mentioning Second Sight so much, do a quick look in the pre-orders for those two releases, because they are two good. I'm actually, only thing I'm surprised with is these are not 4Ks, these are Blu-rays. But I really want these titles. So May, I had a crush on Angie Bettis, actually. Big crush on Bettis. She's such a unique actress too. So we got a 70-page booklet, 6 collector's art cards. Lucky McKee, we got like a new commentary with Alexander Heller Nicholas. We got it's 3 commentaries in total for this one right here. Brand new interviews with Lucky McKee, Jeremy Sisto, James Duvall. Brand new interview with the cinematographer. New interview with the editor of the film. New interview with another one of the editors. New interview with the third editor of the film. New interview with the composer of the film. So a whole bunch of stuff. Yes, actually, I did. Radiance. I tried to get stuff from Radiance. Unfortunately, where I live in Morocco, they said it was too far for them to ship. But I will actually be focusing on some Radiance once I get some of their stuff. Whether I got to go out and pick some up myself, even, which is what normally happens to me nowadays. We got Frontiers here. I have the old DVD edition of this one. I would not mind upgrading this one all, because I actually did like this film. Definitely a cool old title. We got brand new interviews with this one. We got a poured over audio commentary. I think it was on my release. I'll actually check, because I got the I can't find the release. It's here in the box somewhere. I got the slipcover of it. Because it came out from the After Dark 8 Films to Die For collection. Again, another 70-page book, another 6 collector's art cards. You can't go wrong with stuff. These look so great on your shelf. I recommend this type of stuff. So to give you an idea, if you've never got Second Sight before, and I'm sure everybody here has, but just in case. Here is one of the keys of my collection, by the way. This is When a Stranger Calls. Don't worry, we're going to get back to the page in a second. This came up by Second Sight. It was an amazing hardbox edition. Slip it open. First, you had to do the knock test. Stephanie Crawford. This has When a Stranger Calls. It also has, of course, the sequel, When a Stranger Calls Back, in HD as well. The Sitter, the short film that Stranger Calls is based on. also comes with a nice 40-page perfect bound book. There's the sequel right there. You can see. See if we got pictures from the original. And of course, we have the poster because we put out. Carol Kane is in Stranger Calls. And the second one is Carol Kane and Joe Scholl. I don't have the extra limited edition. I really wish I did, Brian. On Stranger Calls, this is new artwork, new commission art that they did. And this is the original artwork if you saw it in theater in Canada back in the day. And I love the fact that's there because this is, it is like my better half. This is one of the sets that I didn't ask for at the time. My better half found out about this before I did. And she picked it up for me. This was a big surprise. The remake is not as good, but the original is fantastic. Even to the fact that he had like one person doing the killer in the remake and another person doing the voice of the killer in the remake. That's two different people altogether. What I do have though is in Paris from George is Martin from Second Sight, the 4K. I cannot wait to get that. I'm so excited. Like you're looking at this stuff here, like Frontiers. Again, it's just great stuff that they're doing. That cover's amazing. You know how kind of bare bones the release was before? Yeah, it's the part of the second run. So when you think of stuff like Inside and Martyrs, Gleaming, so it's that second run of like French extreme new wave cinema. So this is the slipcover for Frontiers, the unrated director's cut edition from the After Dark 8 Films That Die For set. I got the movie over there actually. I just had to dig it out, but this is what the features were when it came to Frontiers. We had widescreen, 5.1 Dolby Digital audio and 2.0 audio, English closed captioning, and English and Spanish subtitles. That was it. That's all we got. And we were glad to have it back then because it was a big, it's a big film. But like to see what they're doing with it, like to see just the great work that they're putting into that's incredible. It's definitely worth a watch. Like here's a dramatic reading of the of the plot. After a daring robbery goes wrong, the would-be criminals flee to the countryside to lay low. Deep in the rural heart of France, the group encounter a clan of crazed Nazi cannibals who are attempting to create a new master race. And just look at the work that's been put into this. Look at like the art cards and the the perfect bound book, the 70-page bound book, not a 40, like a 70-page book. We got it here. We got like a hard box edition. That's so much good stuff. Like so much good stuff coming out from them right there. And because like we are here and we're looking over all the really big stuff that's coming out, we should look at Cauldron for a second. So for those that don't know, Diabolic DVD is a company in the United States, and they have their own label, which is Cauldron Films. One that I did want to mention was that they have a 4K edition of City of the Living Dead coming out, and it's already on sale for $39.99. So, City of the Living Dead, of course, is one of Lucio Fulci's classics. Changeling is an 80s haunted house film starring George C. Scott and his wife as well is in it. And it's one of the best. It is one of the best haunted house stories of all time. It's fantastic. 80 movies from Arrow and 6 Vinegar Syndrome movies. Oh, you got some nice stuff. Cindy the Martin 4K. It is so cool. That's why I was lucky that because Second Sight doesn't ship to me either, Brian. So thankfully George grabbed that for me for my birthday, and I'm like, okay. Cauldron says you get a surprise gift with the City of the Living Dead 4K Standard Edition. I wonder what the surprise gift is. Like, look at this. It's gorgeous. Now the Blu-ray is going to be region A, but you're not going to watch Blu-ray. You're going to be watching the 4K. Come on, you are. You know you can watch the 4K. And even the extra bonus disc with all the bonus special features, that's going to be like a region free as well. It was called Gates of Hell, yes. So no, the Beyond is another. So there's City of the Living Dead, there's the Beyond, and there's House by the Cemetery. Like that's the three films in the. So in North America, City of the Living Dead was also known as like Gates of Hell, right? So, but it's considered like the Gates of like Lucio Fulci's Gates of Hell trilogy. They're not really. They're slightly interconnected, but not really. But fantastic films. Like if you ever want to see like horror as art, City of the Living Dead, The Beyond, horror as art. Your favorite Fulci flick? Then I'm guessing you got this one. Pre-ordered. It's a cool release. I mean, like you can't go wrong with stuff like that. Off Balance kind of like messed me up a bit. Like I didn't realize that it was that it was because I have it under another title. Phantom of Death. Yeah, that's what I have it under. Got the limit set with the slip box. Nice. Which one's the best? It depends. A lot of people will go with the Beyond. Some people like really stick with not very many people say House by the Cemetery. I find House by the Cemetery to be the most fun of the three. But I would say it's a toss up between City of the Living Dead or the Beyond. The Beyond usually gets the nod from a lot of people when it comes to the best of the trilogy. But I like them all. I found all three of them. Not connected to the Living Dead, the Manchester Morgue. That's completely different like director and different series. But I love Living Dead, the Manchester Morgue though. But it's a trilogy in a way that you could go into City of the Living Dead or the Beyond or House by the Cemetery, and they're all standalone. You can watch them separately and like not be worried about missing out on anything. Each one is its own like separate experience. But yeah, like they got some neat stuff there coming out as well. I just wanted to give like a shine spotlight on them. Let's do a quick look at 88 Films, see if there's anything new coming out from there that I need to look at. I know. So George did a video. I did not choose that. George did a video where he's like unboxed 88 film stuff. Hey, Deadpit, welcome, man. Did you get anything from the Vinegar Syndrome sale? I thought they were good this time around. And you had to like censor some stuff because there's some nudity in those features, like especially the Pete Walker stuff. And I realized I don't have most of those Pete Walker films, like because they put out like a Pete Walker set. And it's like not the horror Pete Walker stuff. It's like the Pete Walker stuff the pre-horror stuff. Pete Walker's Sexploitation collection. I love this case, by the way. It is amazing. And it is For Men Only, which is one I do know. School for SEX. Cool It Carol. Home Before Midnight is one I probably know best, though. I remember liking Home Before Midnight. I don't remember the other ones as well. Pete Walker, he was a revolutionary guy in his, back in the day, and he still really is. We got Gorgeous here, Arc the Sun God, God of Gamblers, Detox, otherwise known as ICU, over here in North America. Mardi Gras Massacre. Saucy 70s. I actually like this one. It was kind of neat little like British sexploitation stuff. Pretty like tame stuff. But Ebola Syndrome, yeah, not a fan. I know a lot of people love Ebola Syndrome. George, I think you loved it, right? But not an Aaron movie. Comeback is incredible. Thank you, Kate. One of the most underrated, the most underrated Pete Walker film of all time. People talk day and night about like some of his like Frightmare and the Flesh and Blood show, which are really good. But nobody talks about The Comeback, which is kind of Pete Walker's Giallo, is really what it is. And it's so good. That one and Schizo are his two most underrated like films in Pete Walker's collection. But there's just something about that movie. I remember that movie freaking me out when the reveal comes. It is such a good movie. The case for Keanu Lorber is crap. It is a horrible looking case. I was hoping for like reverse artwork, and I do have the Keanu Lorber edition, Blu-ray of it. But that's one like I would love to get another edition of with a better case, like just for because I hate the Keanu Lorber case. But The Comeback is an incredible film by Pete Walker. If you've never seen it, definitely recommend it. Ebola Syndrome, I'm never going to recommend anybody. I'm sorry, I'm not. I know Anthony Wong is a well regarded, like big director, but like to put it into perspective, guys, I have epilepsy, so I get actual. I've had actual seizures that have put me in the hospital. Ebola Syndrome is not a fun movie for me to watch. It is the opposite of a fun movie for me to watch. It sucks. Yeah. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. But there's some good releases here. Some great releases actually. Now, are there any more companies we should look at before I go? Let's do a quick look at Keanu Lorber. We're always doing these. What do you call them? The Shop Kino. Let's go here. This special like sales. Not sure if they got one going on right now or not. Personalized for you. Let's see what we got personalized for me. That doesn't seem personalized for me. Shop special collections and 4K UHD. You got such good 4Ks here. That's actually a really good question. There's a certain time I can't. There's an episode of Pokemon I can't watch. Gleaming, you know the one. And there's certain rides I can't get on at like at fairs, carnivals that I just can't do. I can't do a Via Vision for them because I don't have any other stuff yet. I do apologize. Watched Keanu's release of the experts last night. No, Ned 104K. Let me know how it is. Like I'm curious. I have not gotten a Kino like 4K yet, so I'm really curious to like how their 4K. I've heard good things, but you know that being said, I don't know. And people are always asking me, so what's the Kino 4Ks like? And I wish I could tell you. Like I wish that I had like Kino 4Ks, but I don't. Um, and if I did, like there are ones that I really want too. There's certain ones that are like really strong. Like let's look at the Kino. Like see, you see the stuff, see some stuff that they put out in 4K because there's some great stuff. And it doesn't matter where in the world you live. Like if you know 4K releases are normally, unless it's Shout Factory and their Deer Hunter release, are normally like region free. Tell Umbrella I did recently actually. The Apartments in 4K. We got Death Wish in 4K, a fantastic one right there. Eastern Promises, Escape from Alcatraz. I really love that movie actually. Glad to see that get a 4K. Glad to see that get like some recognition. I don't think it gets enough. They have different features. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Like I'd be interested to know. Eternal Sunshine and Spotless Minds in 4K. Fistful Dollars, a few dollars more. Good, Bad, and the Ugly 4K. One of these have this a set actually. Maybe they did. I'm not sure. We got like the Invasion Body Snatchers, the best version in 4K, and the Heat the Night. Mad Max. That's a very unique cover for that one. Mystery Man, Misery. I was supposed to have gotten Spaceballs in 4K, but they sent me the Blu-ray instead. And I have no like 4 Blu-rays of freaking Spaceballs. Not that I don't like Spaceballs, but I was really hoping for the 4K of that one, Kino. Well, supplies last sale. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. So these are titles. The page you're looking for is no longer found or no longer here. Okay. Well, there we go. But look, Needful Things is coming out to 4K. We need, there's a go. Live and Die in LA. Someone mentioned that one. It depends. I mean, like to each Like Night the Hunter, definitely. Yeah, always gonna want to 4K that. And To Live and Die in LA. Is it really? Ah, George, this is why we get along. You have great taste. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here that's going to be LinkedIn. That's not it. Aaron needs some. Got to be making some money here, guys. Go back to Finger Center for a second. So anybody who wants to help with the channel, I always let you know. Enjoy the content. Please super chat, donate. We're having a very bad time of it recently, but hopefully we can still do live videos. that's the goal. But there are so many great releases that are coming out right now. And with that being said, I will leave you with that. We have Make Flick sale. We've got a Vinegar Syndrome sale. We don't have a Kino sale. We have Arrow video titles on sale right now. We have a lot of great stuff and a lot of things to choose from. If anything, there's been some doom and gloom in the community, but is 4K selling well enough, or are certain titles, is physical media going? No. Physical media is doing just fine. It's just selling in a different way than it used to. It's not in your local Best Buys as much. It's not in your local Walmarts as much. Where it is it is online, where everything is selling nowadays. And because it's online, we're able to get titles, not just the titles that casuals would have, but you're getting stuff that you really want. The stuff like the Frontiers, like the Maze, like when it came out, like the When a Stranger Calls, like the Hitcher when it comes out, titles like that. So we're finally getting the stuff that us collectors, so us freaks that stood around the video stores waiting for those maybe not so widely acclaimed movies to come out. All right, my name is Aaron. Please share, subscribe, all that type of stuff. If you want to join my Patreon, you can. If you want to get a Ghostface Cake shout out, hit a super chat or a super sticker or donate, and you'll get that here on the channel, as well as being able to ask a question that I can answer. What does the cap refer to? Right here, man. Child's Play. All right, I'll put it to you another way. I'm your friend to the end. Howdy ho. I will see you here soon. My name is Aaron. Have a wonderful evening. And considering I've gotten maybe an hour and a half sleep in the last 24 hours, I'm probably going to go pass out right now. Have a great one.